We're going to talk about some exercises today that are specific for golf, and these serve the dual purpose of both enhancing your performance, perhaps letting you hit the ball further, but also a key element is injury prevention, which is something that we specialize here at HSS. One of the things that we look at in golfing, the way we generate power in a golf swing, is strength and flexibility. One of the big things that differs between professional golfers and amateur golfers is the amount of trunk rotation that professional golfers, and with that amount of trunk rotation, they can generate a lot more club speed and hit the ball a lot further. So we want to show some flexibility and some trunk exercises and hip rotational exercises for you today. So
another important area of the body too is the lower body. Using the lower body to generate the power, and we're going to show an exercise to help with that. And another important aspect with golf is balance, having correct balance in your body throughout your body.
Right. Most of the power in a golf swing goes from the legs, the hips, through the trunk to the club, the upper body. So that's what we're going to focus on now. So these exercises are best performed under the supervision of a professional, especially here at the Performance Center at HSS. As I mentioned before, we talked about trunk rotation and how important that is to the golf swing. So Barry's going to just demonstrate some trunk rotation. As I mentioned, trunk rotation is a lot to do with generation of power and club speed. But also by maintaining flexibility, he's going to reduce the chance of low back pain, which is a common golfing exercise. He's using his obliques, which are also important to stabilization of the back, and his obliques are important to generating power. So, and we're just working on flexibility of the trunk.
By doing a full twist around, and really stabilizing the legs in here.
He's going to demonstrate a lunge with rotation. So he's incorporating both his leg strength, his gluteus, his hip extensors, his quads, his hamstrings, with trunk rotation, which is critical to the golf swing.
Another thing working here too is balance too. Bringing the ball over here, I have to stabilize and balance my body too. I can feel that occurring right now.
The setup is considered to be one of the most important parts of the golf swing, and balance is critical to that chain of events. So again, Barry's going to demonstrate a step up, or again, he's working on his lower extremity strength and also balance. And he's strengthening his gluteal muscles in his hip, his hamstrings, and his quadriceps, critical to generating power in a golf swing and reducing stress to the upper body. The more power he can get out of his legs, the less work that his upper body has to do.
So I'm using my legs here to generate the force to bring the ball up. I'm initiating down here and bringing the ball up. This is a little more advanced right here. This is a little bit more early stage.
Remember that kinetic chain of events from the legs through the trunk to the upper body. And it allows a smoother rotation of the arms if everything down below is working better. Flexibility of the hip and the trunk is critical to generating club speed and reducing the amount of rotational stress on the low back. The low back is one of the most common injuries to golfers. And by improving your flexibility of your trunk and your low back, along with your core strength, you're reducing the chance of injury and also enhancing performance. It's important when working on your own or with a professional, you never want to stretch into a real painful range. You only stretch till you feel a stretch. And we'll hold that stretch for a good 15 to 30 seconds. Now it's critical when you do these exercises that you're warmed up. You've increased your core temperature, whether it's through some light calisthenics or jogging or biking. It's easier to stretch muscle when your core temperature is warmed up.